So you said about bringing some colors that weren't in the band to the band. What do you think you brought into the band?
Um, I don't know. I mean, I have a different voice, so just my voice singing with Anthony, or my particular kind of songwriting, I guess. Maybe the way I hear chords or melody. Different instruments, maybe using piano a little bit more, or synthesizers, or yeah, just bringing my own sort of personality into the band, I suppose, which is what they want from someone who joins their band. They all have such strong personalities, so, and at the same time they have such a strong identity as a band, and John and Hillel, or Dave, anybody who played in the band before has their own personality, so I guess I just wanted to bring my own.
So on I'm With You, people actually got to know you a little bit better. So was recording the Getaway easier or more difficult for you?
Yeah, it's hard to say, because it was easier in some ways and harder in a lot of other ways, because they were recorded so differently. The Getaway was produced by Brian Burton, Danger Mouse Brian, who I've been good friends with for over 10 years. So, whereas with Rick Rubin, I didn't really have a relationship with him when we made I'm With You. And making I'm With You was a great time, and just a crazy thing to be doing for the first time with this band. But then making this record, because it was done in a completely different way, we all were finding it difficult at times to just change the method that we're so used to, not recording all together all the time. For me, by the nature of my instrument in this band, I often would go last, and Chad would put drums down, and then Flea would go in, and I sort of had free reign to do anything I could think of. So sometimes it was hard to know which direction was the right direction without vocals yet, or with voices in the control room saying yes or no. That was difficult at times, but still very fun, and I would rather be doing that than anything else.
On the Getaway, I think your playing in particular is more hearable than on I'm With You. So what was your approach to that record? And it's actually way funkier, I would say.
The new one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, with I'm With You, I don't know how it happened to where the weird thing with I'm With You is that when we did it, we recorded 50 or so songs. We recorded so many songs, and it wasn't until far too long into the process that we decided what songs were going to be on the album. So I think I had a different image of what songs would make it on that album, and because of that, the guitar playing, or the songs that I thought should go on the album, maybe would have created a different picture altogether, whereas the songs that wound up being on I'm With You in total created a picture unlike what I had thought might happen. Anyway, the whole experience left me just wanting to be a little more simple with the guitar. But again, like I said, this new album, it was kind of a struggle with the guitar sometimes to figure out exactly what to do. I had a lot of ideas before we made this album that I'm not sure I actually got to accomplish or explore with sounds or with parts. But again, that's fine. That's what we have on this album is what we have, and I can do what I was thinking later on. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't feel like I necessarily had an approach for this album, because when we went into the studio with Brian, we kind of started anew. We started from scratch a bit. So I was kind of just going with whatever was put in front of me. Like we were writing songs on the spot. So any ideas or any approach, I'll have to, or sounds or, plans, I have to implement later.
When I was writing a review of your album, I actually didn't know what to say because
It left you speechless.
Yes. It was like some of the songs sound like the Chili Peppers from back in the day, like on the first 3 records, and some other songs people compare to things from By the Way, and there are also songs that sound completely fresh and new. So how would you describe the album?
Well, I think you did a good job, and that's it's nice to hear. That we did that. Do they know that we're doing that? Yeah, there are songs on the new album like The Hunter or Dreams of a Samurai, which don't sound anything like the Chili Peppers have sounded before. I mean, there's obviously always going to be Flea playing the bass, or Chad playing the drums, and Anthony's voice, but yeah, there was moments there. We turned red after I put the guitar down. I ran into the control room and I said to Flea, "It sounds like Hillel. Like that really sounded like a familiar Chili Pepper guitar sound." I don't know. Yeah, again, I'm still kind of learning this album myself. We had some of the songs for a long time before we recorded it, but the recordings are still almost brand new to me, and I kind of had to take a break for it for a little while. So, a song like Encore we've had for a long time. We were playing it on stage, sort of, and we had a chorus that we kept rewriting and reworking for almost 2 years. So where we ended up is still brand new to me, and it's shockingly different than it ever was, and it's beautiful, but it's still really new to me. Yeah, I don't know if I answered your question, but
Yeah, kind of.
yeah, but I think you said it very well in your review.
Which song on the album you are most proud of, and why?
I don't know. Let's see. Most proud of. I don't know. The song "Goodbye Angels" for me is a song that I'm really proud of.
I love that one.
Oh, thank you. Just because, and I'm not sure if this is a good thing or not, but the minute it was written, I thought, this sounds like the Chili Peppers, and then the minute Anthony sang on it, to me it sounded classic, and it sounded like something that has been around already for a while. And I don't know if that's a good thing, but for me, it felt good to write a song that felt so at home in this band. And beside that, it's just a really fun song to play. We haven't played it live yet, but we've
Maybe
practiced
today.
it. Yeah, maybe. Would you like us to?
Yes,
Okay.
I would love to.
I'll take that under advisement. Yeah, I'm also really proud of The Hunter, because that song's just beautiful. Anthony's lyrics are really touching, and he came up with them over one weekend. I think we left the studio on a Friday and sent it to him, and by Monday or Tuesday he had already come in with this incredible vocal without any of us knowing that he was going to do it. We thought maybe it'd take him some time. It's a new song. And that song came together really fast. Flea plays the piano beautifully. I played synth bass along with him, and we did that song live actually, which was kind of rare for this album. We didn't do that many of them live, so I'm really proud of that one. That we pulled off a song that sounds unlike the Chili Peppers, pretty simply. It was pretty fresh and pretty special.
And there's a song called Feasting on the Flowers, and I know that it's Anthony who writes the lyrics, but I was actually kind of interested, maybe you could tell me a little bit more about it. Do you know what the story is about? Because as a fan, when I heard the song, I thought about Hillel immediately.
You know what, to be honest, that's one song I don't really know the lyrics to yet.
Okay.
But I will look into them. Yeah, that song came together also really fast. That was the first song that I played on this album, because Chad went into the studio a couple days before the rest of us just to kind of get familiar with Brian and how he likes to work. And then I went by to say hi to Brian over the weekend and just kind of say, excited about work this week. I can't wait to start. And he pulled up the drum track, and I picked up the guitar, and I just came up with the riff like that. And just the song sort of wrote itself in a matter of seconds. And then later on down the line, Flea came up with the bridge, and it's just one of those songs that sort of appeared out of nowhere. But the lyrics, I have not yet familiarized myself with them fully yet, which I'm sorry to admit. I mean,
No, it's fine. I have to do
well, it
this.
looks like a yearbook.
Yeah, it's because you guys did a book for your fans.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a book for you from your Polish fans.
Oh, wow, it's for me?
Yes.
Oh, for me?
Yes.
That's very kind of you, Poland. Thank you so much. Well, I'm gonna
have pictures of your Polish fans.
Are you in here?
No, I'm not, unfortunately,
How
but
is that?
I am in your book of fans.
Oh, you
so,
are?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
have one of those.